This is all about fixed flow piping to 3 tanks. Pump set at a specific fixed flow rate. Now, this problem will be solved using pipe flow experts. Now, these are the problems. These are the things, the parameters they gave you. This system models a fixed flow rate pump transferring 250 liters per minute of fluid from a supply tank to 3 holding tanks. The flow rates to the top tank and the center tanks are controlled by 2 flow control valves, each set at 80 liters per minute. Pipe P6, pipe P12. The balance of the flow, which is 90 liters per minute, is forced along the path to the bottom tank, pipe P15. Now, when you click the calculate button to solve the system, to find the pump head required. So now, if you find the pump head required for these activities to happen, now with that you can be able to select your pipe, your pump by going to let's say by going to the manufacturer's pump performance curve. From there, you can now you know the flow rate of the pump, which is 250. With that pump head, you can now trace. Now can now trace to know the pump to be selected, impeller and all that, so that will give rise you now know the pump to be selected based on the one that is closer, or if not the best um the best efficiency, or closer to the best efficiency point on that pump performance curve. So that is it. So now for us to do this job, first you click tank, place it here. So actually this is texting. Okay, you place it here. This is an atmospheric tank, which will be the water level should be at 2. Now the elevation is 0. Now, but before I proceed, let me adjust the flow rate. The flow rate should be liter per minute. The flow rate liter, is it liter? Okay, liters per minute. This is it. Click it. So okay, so now the next thing to do is to add a pipe. We add a pipe from here. So let's say add the third box. Now they want us to now to now to either configure. Okay, do we want to change this value? Now we need to look at it, say yes to want to change the values, because this is the default value, so now we need to change it. Now for the diameter of the pipe, although we need to change the material, not the diameter first. We change the material. The material will now lead us to the material we needed to take is copper table X, which is X. So I'll select copper table X. We'll select copper table X. It should be size 54 millimeter outer diameter. What I did, I double clicked. Now you can also say, okay, Now I'll come here. I will now save pipe, save to pipe, save these parameters to the pipe. Now that's changed. Everything here has changed. So now the length of pipe we're supposed to use is wait, the length of pipe here is supposed to be is 5 meters. Now I can save this as default. Actually, let me just save it as default for now. Say okay. Close this. Then click OK. Um, I need to draw another line from here, the same material to this point. And then it should be also 5 meters. And it should be of the same material too. Now the next one I needed to draw is from here to here. Sorry, I need to escape. Select this and delete this X is delete. Yes. I'll come back to this. I'll select this node and here. Now I needed to make some changes. I need to make some changes here now. I need to make some changes at that nodal point. So what I will do is I can come here, click this. So now at the nodal points, and node 2 is 0. At node 3 is 5. The elevation should be 5. Should be 5. Then at node 4. So now I will just say copy node elevation. I'll click this. Say okay. Now that's copied this node elevation to these two values. Now I'll just click OK. Yes. Now you see the values of those have changed. So the elevation is now 5. Now let me see. You select it, you see. Yeah, this is node 1. What? Node 2. Node 1. Node 4. Which one is node 3? So it was not properly arranged. This one is node 1. This is node 4. Oh, let me just still go back. So node 4, node 3 should be 0. Then node 1 should be 5. Now I need to change the properties of this pipe. Select this. I'll go to pipe. So now I'm looking for PVC. It's not here. PVC flex. So now that means I'll click this button here to add new material. The material I'm adding is PVC flexible. There is no class. Uh, there's no class. So here it's supposed to be 0.14. Say add new. I'll not select it. There is no sizes there, so now I'll just add new size. The size I need to add here now is size 50. And then the internal diameter is 50.8. The wall thickness is 3.912. The outside diameter is 58.623. The weight is 5.7 and 2278. These ones will be calculated if I just click this add new buttons. Now add new pipe sizes. So now it has been calculated. So now I'll just click or double click this to save. So now just say save to pipe. So now for now, since we are going to use it to draw another pipe, I will save it as default. So I'll click this save as default option. Click OK. Then now I needed to add the properties. Now what's the size of this? This is supposed to be 4. This is supposed to be 4. I'll just say copy all pipe datas. Say okay, 6. So now I will just click OK. They say leave item select. Okay, can you just say yes? 6. So now I can just escape, select this for that is add pipe. Now come here, create another pipe, select here, place it at this point. Now go here, click this. This is some flexible pipes, but the length is the length is 6 meters. The length is 6 meters, so I'll just change this to 6. Click copy length. I have not selected the pipe, so this pipe. Say copy length. Click OK. Yes. Now I supposed to even haven't selected. Let me say go here. Select this. I'm supposed to change it here too. Now, but drawing this, it has take the default pipe properties. Alright, all these things, there are fittings that I needed to add. Now I need to add a fitting here. Can come here, click this. Now the fitting that's supposed to be added here is a pipe entry projection. I'll just click it. Now the position should be the start point, so now just save it to the file. Now I'll select this. I needed to also add a bend, a standard bend here, so I will just select this. There is this fitting button. Now I needed to add a standard bend, which is this 2-inch standard bend. I got a double click on it, or I click here, add selection item on the pipe to the pipe. So now I will not save it there. So I will use that button now. So now I now needed to come here, select it, select this. Now, and it's also 2-inch pipe. So now I need to add a bend and a gate valve. So now I haven't highlighted this. I will just click this button instead of double clicking it. I click the button, it goes there. So now I also need to add a gate valve. This is the gate valve. I will just select it, click this button, or I double click on this. If I double click here, it will go in. So now let me just double click. Look at it, it's there. Now the gate valve is not supposed to be at the start point, so we're supposed to put it at the ending on the pipe. So now you now have the elbow at the start. Now you have the gate valve at the end. So now I'll just click OK. So look at it. Look at the way it is. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put here, we're going to put in a pump. Now the pump should be a fixed flow pump. So now for a fixed flow pump, we'll just select this place and change this to liter per minute, which is this, and change this to 250 liters per minute. Now we're going to use, okay, we're not going to use this icon. I want to use this icon here. Now I will just either click save icon or I double click. Okay, it's a save icon. So now this is it. Now I haven't done this. There's nothing already on that thing I will just put there. But there's another way. If you want to add pipe pump, you can go to open pump data. If I click this, the pump type must be switched to. Okay. Now let's say I switch to this set speed. Now I can just come to here, select this. Now I can select pump datas, different pump datas here. So then here I will just specify if it's liters, then whether it's feet flow head or millimeter flow head or meter, that is meter fluid, or that is in the head, that's in head. or fit flow, or fit fluid, sorry, not flow, fit fluid, meter fluid, fit fit fluid, millimeter fluid, and all that. So let's say meter fluid. Now you can now select each of these. So, but you can now select each of, let's say, let me just do a little selections now. Um, you have let's make our selection now. Let me just do this. See, these are the parameters here. Now this is it. Now the meter flow, you have this, you have this flow rates. These are 267. Now 267. These are different. You have, this is impeller size. This is 254. This is 205.550. This is 152.400. So now if we run this, we use this particular one, we might now if we use this one, you might not be able to ascertain whether what you you're using is okay or not. But first you needed to do a set flow rate, then calculate the head. Now if you calculate the head, you don't come here, this is 280, you come here 250, you go select. Now look at it. Okay, this, you look at this, do this fall within what you want, within the heads that is here? If it doesn't fall, you say okay, this is not the right pump, you go back, you open and select and make changes and all that. So but that is what, not what we are doing here now. So what I will do is that I will go back to this set flow, select liter per minute, change this to 250. Now if we, after running this on this system, we get the head now, the fluid as in the head. Now we know the flow rate, we know the head in meters per, in meters. So now with this we can be able to now select our pump that can work, it can do the job. So but for now, this is what we are left with, so that you can get the head, we know the flow rate to get the head. Now let me just click this button, save pump to pipe. Now well, let me go back again. Okay, here you can also import curve image. And again, if you want to import curve image, you select this set speed. So now you now go to import curve image. Now import curve image, you go to a sheet, you go to an image in the internet or from the manufacturer. You import the image and put the, if you haven't gotten your flow rate and the head, you can now say okay, this pipe, this pump can do the job. You now, having known that the pump can do the job, what you do is you just select the image and import it here. And let me just click that button, import curve image. But before I do that, I come here, I just select import curve image, import, as I say, import pump sheet image. Now and click. Although there is no, oh, okay, there is an image, but this one doesn't. The image file cannot be loaded. Error occurs. Okay, this one cannot be loaded. So now that's just it. If the one that can be loaded now, if you look at it, look at what. Okay, let me see. Oh, that's images, man. But if I even we imported the image here, we can now adjust this range. I can then adjust this one too. Just define the x-axis and they define the y-axis. So then you now have to, let's say, select pump data points. Then now you now have to use this to select your point. Just click this and begin to select points. You click it, begin to select the points. That's just that. So these are data points selected. You can change those data points selected and all that. Now for this, you see they have selected data points and every other thing from that wrong this thing. I've just selected. So that is it. Um, you can now say save data to pump. Just like if I click here now, just say okay to just change. This is the pump. So I just come here now. So that these are all those informations which has just been collected from that image, despite that the image is bad. So that is it. You can now work with it. Now from create, okay, create pump information is this. But this is not what. Oh, let's look at what you want to use. So now we'll just say save to pump. That is it now. So we also have to add fittings. And the fitting we needed to add is we needed to add a gate valve. So this is a gate valve. Select it. Select now. Click on this add selected item onto the pipe. Just click OK. Now I need it to be at the end. Say save. So you see at the end while the pump is here. So that is it now. We now click add pipe button. Now select this, move up direction and click. Now the elevation, it will inherit the elevation of the old one, which is still correct. The length is 6, which is wrong. I'll change this to 5. But again, the size of pipe is wrong. The parameters of the pipe is wrong. We need to make changes now. We need to make changes. So now I'll come here at the material. Now we need to change the material. The material we're going to use is steel as schedule 40, which is this. We'll just highlight, select it, doesn't click, left click to highlight. So when we highlight it, we just come here and click select. See, it has been selected. Then now what we need is size 25 millimeter in nominal size. So now I haven't selected it, haven't highlighted it. We'll just come here, transfer selected size to pipe. So we'll just click here to just come here. Then we'll just say save pipe, save to pipe. We are saving it onto the pipe. Click OK. Now with this, I can come here and click this. Now this is the whole thing. Now I'll just come select this, select the material. This is still schedule 40. We just say select. We come here. We select 25 millimeter nominal size. We just click transfer selected size. We click save. We'll now come here. Since I haven't changed this, we'll come here, change this to 5 meters, because that is 5 meters. So now we select this. It is also, it's changed already. There is no need to change it here again. Now what I needed to do is to save this as default, because I'm going to use this same material to create another subsequent pipes. I will now say save to material, save as default. Now without fittings, is okay. Say okay. Now I now need to come add another pipe here. Okay, but before I do that, I need to add some fittings. So I'll just add fittings here. Now the fittings I needed to add is just a T, and the T is a branch T. So just select the branch T, select this button, add selected item onto pipe. So just click this. Now it should be at the start of pipe. So I'll leave it at that. Click OK. So it's there. Now needed to add another pipe from here to here. Now I'll now add a fitting. Fitting I'm adding here is I'm adding an able, a bend. So we'll just come and select this, add a bend, click save. Now I need to add a flow control valve. So I'll just say FCV, okay. I need to now select this, the flow control valve. Here there's a pressure reducing valve, there's valve pressure valve. So what we're using here is flow control valve. Now the flow control valve value should be 80. Okay, before I do that, let me change this to liter per minute. This should be 80. So we'll set the flow rate to 80. Now just click OK. Now I need to add another pipe from here to this point. Now, but this solar pipe should be 5 meters. It's correct. While this is 3 meters, so we'll just change this to 3 meters. For length, it's the same size of pipe. I need to add a bend there. Now, I'll go here. I will click on this bend on highlight or highlight it. Click this add selected item. It should be at the start of pipe. So I'll just save it there. Now add the next pipe from here to here. So this pipe, the length is what is different? It's not 5, so I'll change it to 3. Then let me check this material correct. The closest. Now the length is 3. Now it needs a fitting. It needs a standard bend. You need a standard bend. Standard bend. A gate valve. Then it needs a pipe exit to container. Now pipe exit to container is at the end. Gate valve should be also at the end of the pipe. So that is it, the position. We need to change the position. Now I'll just say save to pipe, which is this. Now I need to change this node, this joint point to tank. Now we needed to change the elevation of that tank. Now the surface pressure, the pressure at the surface of that water is 0 bar gauge. The level of the water is 1 meter. The elevation of the water is 8. Now we're done with this. The next thing to add is this other one from here. We'll click from here to here. Now the size of this pipe, is different. The size of this pipe is different, and this is a P9. That is pipe 9, the ninth pipe. The size is different, it's not the same. And I'm going to use it to draw 2 pipes. So I needed to make it a default if I'm making a changes now. Now the changes I'll make is on the size. The size is 32. I haven't highlighted it. I will just say transfer selected size. Here I'll just select this. I will now say save. Now this is the new size and the new length. So now the length I'm supposed to use now for here is I'm using 8. Now for now I just need to select pipe 9 to effect all these changes on it. I'll just click Now, but pipe 9 needed to have a branch T. Now, a branch T. So I will just select this. I will click on this, then go there, go to add select item onto the pipe and just click it. Now it's supposed to start at the start, so it's supposed to be at start of pipe. So I will save it. I'll click this or copy all pipe data. Just click, say okay. That has been copied. This one has been changed. Look at the size now, it's 35.052 millimeters as internal diameter. Now I'll come here and click the save as default option. I'll click this. Now it is saved as default option. Okay, no, before I do that, let me remove this. Select this, then click delete save. Now okay, let me just do this. Let me do it back again. Save. I haven't copied this. Okay, I believe this will not, it will not affect it. Save. So now I will remove on, highlight this. I will just say save as default, because the next pipe I'm drawing, this next pipe I'm drawing does not have a branch T or a 2T. It has an elbow. I will just click save as default option here. Click OK. Click OK. Now I will now draw the next pipe from here to here. That is the next pipe I'll draw. Now this next pipe is not 8 meters. This next pipe is 5 meters. Then this next pipe has an elbow, a standard bend. I'll just highlight this, click this button, which is add selected item onto pipe. So I will now click that. It's supposed to be at start of pipe. Now I will now click save. So it's saved. Now the next one I'll draw is, I'll draw another pipe shooting out from here to here. Then draw a line. Now before I draw that line, the length of this pipe is supposed to be 5 meters. Change it to 5 meters. Then the size of this pipe needed to change. It's not that the 32 millimeters nominal size. So I need to change the size here. For me to do that, I also need to create a default, because the other pipes that we're going to be creating subsequently from now on is of this size, which is, so now we'll just go back to here, select this, change the size here to 25 millimeters. So I will just highlight this, click this transfer selected button, selected size. So it's here now. Say save pipe, save to pipe. Now haven't done that, and the length, the pipe in question is P11, which is this. Now I needed to click this copy all pipe data. So I'll just click. Now before I do that, I needed to add an elbow. Okay, I needed to add not really an elbow. I need to add a branch a branch T. Now click the fitting button, click the branch T, double click it. It's, having double clicked it, it now comes to this, is now added here. So now the fitting on. So now I'll just click save. So it's here now. I will just click this copy or pipe data. Now before I do that, here is supposed to be 5. Here is supposed to be 5. So I needed to change it to 5. So before I do now say copy all pipe data. So I will just click copy, say okay. See, it has changed. Now it's okay now. Now, but before I exit this dialog box, this configuration dialog box, I needed to select the save as default option. Save as the first option. So I say okay. Now we have okay. Before I do that saving, I needed to take off this. Okay, I can leave it because we are invariably adding standard bend to all the pipes I'm going to draw now. To all the pipe, exception of one. So, but if I draw that one, I will just make change. That one, I needed to add a true T. Now, let's now proceed. I will leave it like this. I will leave it like this. But if not, I would have removed this bend here before I save. Now, but before I click OK, I needed to bring to your notice about this calculation. Now, for in calculation, there are this calculation engine method of solutions. So now for this method of solution, since this particular system we're working on is water, we're working on water, so it is a non-compressible flow. It's a non-compressible flow. So now for the equation we are using, the method of calculation is Darcy-Weisbach equation. And that is only what is here. There are other options here, method of solution. There are other options. You have the compressible gas flow, node adjustment. This one has a node adjustment. Then now there's one of non-compressible flow, which is linear approximation. Linear approximation. But this one is accurate. But it's not accurate. So now that is it. So now the final node balance to this particular balance. So but you can change this if you wish, but I'll leave it at default value. Now we now go back to where we started. These are nodes. You can change the the nodal the the elevations of the nodes here. So if I want to make changes for the elevations of the nodes, I haven't been like some of these nodes now. If you check, they are 5 5 5 5, which most of them are 5 for only node 9, that is 8, which is correct, but let me just proceed. Let me continue. Let's continue. Then let me just say okay. Now we have drawn this. The next pipe we're going to do now is from, let me just select this pipe now. Let me click this, select. So okay, it's correct. The next pipe to draw now, let me just click this add pipe button. Now click here, draw a line up to this point, click OK. See, there's the standard bend is added here because it's at default that is it. So now we needed to add a flow control valve, which is this. So the flow control valve, I'll call it FCV, flow control valve 80 liters per minute. Now come here, change this to liter per minute, change this to 80. That is it. So now I just click OK, which is this. It's being added now. Then the next line, but before I do that, this is the length is 3 meters. So I'll change this to 3 meters here. Let's change it to 3 meters. Then I'll add another line, another pipe from here to here, which is 2 meters. It's supposed to be 2 meters. 2 meters. Then there is a bend, a standard bend, okay? 2 meters of the same size, that is 25 millimeter nominal size. Okay, we're done with that. Now I'll add the next line from here to here, and the length of that line is 4 meters. So we'll just change this 5 to 4. The joint is a tank. The surface pressure is 0 bar gauge. The liquid level is 1. The elevation of the pipe is 7. Now I needed to make some changes. Now for me to make those changes, I'll come here, click this. I will go to nodal data. Now for the nodal data, in case of the nodal data, there are 2 points here. Let me check now. The first point is already 7. You have this, which is 14, node 14. We have node 13. So the node I've selected is those ones highlighted. As I click it, it's been highlighted. That is it. Now, having selected these 2 nodes, I will just change the elevation to 7. I will now say copy node elevation. I will click this to copy the node elevation, which has been done. So that nodal point has been changed to 7. Just simple. It's a simple process. So now that is it. This Pipe Flow Expert is of version 8.16. Now, having done that, I will just uncheck that. Now, let's see if there is any other nodal point we need to change. Okay, we are good to go. Let me just click OK. Now, I needed to add another pipe from here to here in particular. Okay, let's say to here. So the length of this pipe is 6. Just change this to 6, the length to 6. So now, and again, This fitting, I need to change the fitting here. It's not bend. I would, okay, is it T? Is it T that we've been using? Oh, it's a, okay. This is supposed to be changed to through T. Select this, click, then I'll select this and remove this. I'll just say save. So that means the default we have been using T's. Okay. It's not correct. So now this is okay. Let me just click OK. Um, that means the whole of this. Let me say. Let me click this. That means the whole of this pipe withdrew here. This one is a bend, correct? This should be a bend. I will remove this and put a bend here. A standard bend. Click save. I will do the same to this one. I will remove this T, this branch T, add bend, click OK. There is a way I can, okay, no, okay, there's a way I can do that. I can make all these changes. What I will do is I will click this. I will come here, change this to, I'll just click this, delete this, select standard bend, click this, add selected item onto pipe. We just click it, click save. Now I look at the pumps, the pipes I needed to make those changes on. So the pipe is, I need to make the changes on first P13. It's highlighted. P12. On P12, no, P12, I will leave P12 out of this. I've done that on P12. So P14, now come here. Okay, I've made the change already. Just save. I'll just say copy the fittings, copy this, copy fittings. Now I'll also do it at P12. So I'll select this whole of things. So I needed to change the fittings to standard bend because there are branches here, branch T's here. Would have changed this, but if there are branches T's from all this, so what I would do is I haven't highlighted, selected them, check them here. Now this is fittings, copy fittings. I will just click copy fittings. It's done. So I will just say okay. Yes, so I will select this. Now if you look at this, it has been changed to standard bend. If you also look at this, it has been changed to standard bend. If you look at this, it has been changed to standard bend. So that is it. So now we're done with that. Now the next thing to do is we also need to, instead of to begin to make these changes again, I need to change the standard bend. I need to change, the set as default. Now I'll just, so that I copy the whole of this width. Now just click save, set as default, click this, say okay. then click OK. Then now the next thing I will draw now will have a bend, a standard bend. It will not have it will not this the mistake will not occur again. So this the length of this is supposed to be 2 meters. I'll just click 2 meters, so and is of the same size. Now that is only one I will change there. um the elevation of node 17 should be 7 meters. 7 meters. So that is it. So now the next thing I needed to do is to draw another line from here up onto this point. So I'll needed to change this node 18 to a tank. Now the liquid level of that tank is 1 meter. So we are good to go. Now, but I needed to change this pipe icon. We'll just click here, select this, say save icon, click save to pipe. So that is what's supposed to be here. Now we are done with this. We are done. Good to go. Now let's check. Let's check this. We should be a bend, correct? It's a standard bend, so I don't need to check this other one. It's also a standard bend. So, but before I finish, this and this should have um, a gate valve and exit to pipe container, exit to pipe to exit container. So I need to click this pipe. Okay, I need to click this, which is configure option. That is pipe data configuration. Now we need to effect changes on pipe 14 and pipe 17. Pipe 17 is this, pipe 14 is this. Now this we have as standard bend is okay. So standard bend is okay. Now but we needed to add a pipe exit to container. We'll double click it. We need to add a gate valve. The gate valve will click. So now now having done this supposed to be at the end, this is also at the end. Sorry, this gate valve is supposed to be at the end. Now we say save. We now click the fittings, copy fittings. We just click OK. See, they are there now. Look at the drawing, you see the fittings are added now. Now the next thing is to click OK. So we are done. Now, from what we have done so far, we set the flow rate of this to be specific, to be specified at 80 liters per minute. This one we also specified it to be also the same flow rate. So now, but this is different, which should be 90. So now, but this is 250 liters per minute. So now we're going to run. We're going to run the system, or just kind of can say calculate, or click calculate button. Just click calculate. So the solution values are displayed on the drawing. So that's displayed on the drawing. So view the drawings. So it is done. It's done. So let's look at the pump, the pump head. So the pump head is 18.9000 meters head. So that is it. That is it. That is it. So we are good. Thank you for watching. Please do well. If you enjoyed this video, do well to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. And click the notification bell so that subsequently, if I make new videos, you will be the first to see it.